Labor's $10 billion Housing Australia Future Fund bill has passed Parliament, laying foundations for more social and affordable homes. But the bill was blocked by the Greens and the opposition for months, so after a lot of negotiations, here's what we're getting. Greens leader Adam Bandt and housing spokesperson Max Chandler-Mather announced on Monday their stalemate with Labor would come to an end and they would use their balance of power in the Senate to vote the bill through. Today, they did that. The bill was a centrepiece of Labor's election campaign and pledged to build 30,000 more social and affordable homes over 5 years. But there's currently no timeline for when construction will begin. The Greens had argued for months that amid Australia's housing and rental crises, the bill wouldn't make any difference. And Labor's plan to fund the bill by tying it up in the stock market rather than it coming out of the federal budget was also routinely ridiculed. So by threatening to vote against the bill in the Senate, the Greens had negotiating power and they said they would tank the bill unless it was significantly improved. After months of facing off, the Greens secured an extra $3 billion to go towards building and upgrading public, social and affordable housing, and for the bill to include legislation that commits to at least $500 million of the fund being spent on housing every year. That's 6 times what was originally committed. The HAF will also include $200 million for repairs and maintenance to housing in remote Indigenous communities, $100 million for transitional housing for domestic violence victims, and $30 million for veterans at risk of homelessness. The Greens also pushed for a national rent freeze, rent caps and legislated no grounds evictions, but Bandt said the party was not able to get the government to shift on those. Chandler-Mather addressed accusations of stalling the progress by saying they wanted action for renters and negotiated in good faith. "We secured that funding and now we turn our attention to fighting for a freeze on rent increases. We haven't stopped," he said. Anthony Albanese declared victory in Parliament, thanked the Greens for constructive discussions and criticised the opposition for voting against the bill. And while there's no timeline for any building to begin, Housing Minister Julie Collins said the government wanted to get started as soon as possible. She said, "We anticipate that it will take weeks, hopefully less than a couple of months to get the fund up and running, and then of course we need to wait for the returns."